Good evening and welcome to round number 5 of the Group A1 Tour for Next Gen Season number 14. This is the Commentator's Curse round. So it was my discretion of track choice. And we've ended up in the M1 Pro Cars at Brno in the Czech Republic, which should produce some fantastic racing, hopefully. So the drivers tonight, we have DY House 7, Liam Daly, A1, who is making his debut, IL Tell, VP Sir Race-A-Lot, Slider Gas 28, One High Mofo, Whitford 0, Mikey RK13, The Les, NGR Lee, Webuser Johnny, Royston, Scooby G, and Jamie WX, and we should be having Jack Team 53 Synopsis back very shortly. He's having a few issues at the moment, I believe. Jack having to restart his game because he was still on controller. See, that's a thing with Project Cars 2, you don't get free range choice, which is very much a pain, to be honest. So as I say, we're around Brno for tonight. We'll hopefully get some good action going. You see here, Jamie WRX going around to start a lap of Brno. Let's ride on board. Coming up towards turn number 1. Very long right-hander, which tightens again partway through the corner. And you flick it left, down towards turn, what I class is turn number 3. You're going to hit the brakes. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him. He's gone down the inside. Bit of a late apex on this one to get a nice smooth exit. And into turn number 4. And slightly early apex. Now you don't want to be running wide at all really on this circuit. The car does not enjoy it. Down to turn number 5. And turn it in again. Almost like a double apex, late apex style thing. Into turn 6, a flick right. Just click the apex in the middle of the corner. Bring it out towards turn number 7. A really long left-hander. Out to the exit. Towards turn 8 and turn 9. Again, another long left-hander, tightening up in through turn 9. Now, the Group A1 Tourers have never done Brno, so this is the first time they've come here, which I didn't know. You see, Jamie just... That is the ruling. That is absolutely legal tonight. 2 wheels on the green stuff, but no more than 2 wheels on that green stuff. As we go into turn 10, off camber, long hairpin right. Tuck it in first part, bring it out wide, bring it back in, double apex, into turn 11. Again, off camber, uphill this time. Clip the curb, but not too much of it, the car will spin. Then flick right into turn 12. Back up the hill towards turns 13 and 14 to end the lap of this 3.357 mile circuit. Through turn 14, not quite flat, just a little lift because there is a bump halfway through the corner onto the main straight, and we should have our first set of times coming in now. Whitford 0, NGR Jamie WRX puts it on pole position with a 2:04.9. Very quick times on that one. But that was the 3.357 miles of Brno here in the Czech Republic, which first opened in 1930, and it was 18.1 miles long. As Jack comes into the session, which is good to see 15 drivers here tonight for the Commentator's Curse round. VP Sir Race-A-Lot puts it on pole position now with a 2:03.8, with NGR Lee at 2:04.1. So times are tumbling a little bit here in the M1 Pro Cars. Good evening, Benji. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, I see Liam and VP Sir Racelot debutantes tonight as Sir Racelot takes out one of the tyres bundles. 203.8 for Sir Racelot, very, very good. Sorry, I'm not getting the same sort of viewing thing. Quite weird. Where is Liam at the moment? He is currently in 4th place at the moment, a 205.1 for Liam Daly. Doing very, very well. As he comes out up towards turn number 11. Oh, a bit sideways, well held through 11 into 12. Let's have a look at the points whilst they're going around this this qualifying session. So Jamie does lead on 69 points. There he is coming out of the pit lane. Followed by Scooby G, who is currently now leading this qualifying session on a 203.0. Yes, Lee, Bruno was the choice. It's should be quite good for these cars, I hope, anyway, being my choice of track. Should produce some good racing, good slipstreams. I think you're going to love the modern touring cars one as well. I don't think we've ever been there, potentially. I think we might have been there once for your modern TC. I honestly can't remember. Scooby getting very sideways out of turn number 4. He's currently second in the championship on 60 points, so 9 points behind. I say clues, you might have done it, you might not have done it. Who knows? I can't remember. And Scooby really ragging the neck of that M1. Loving it around here. Where's Jack at the moment? Jack on track. Probably just starting his lap at the moment. We have the Layers in third on 53 points, Whitford 0 on 52. Jack is on 42 after disconnecting last time out at Bathurst. NGR Lee is on 31 after not finishing Bathurst. Liner Griesby on 27, Royston 26, Webster Johnny also on 26. Wanheim Mofo is on 25. Fraser 24, Slider Gas 22, Adam Morris 21. I haven't seen him around for a bit, which is a bit weird. Slider Gas 28 on 22. Oh, so Adam Morris 21. DY7 21. Tim 78 on 18. Cam 123 Diz on 13. F124YS 10. Mikey RK13 on 6. And Envoy Extreme down on 2. As Jack comes through 8 and 9 in the number 3 machine. 4 minutes and 16 to go. Jack comes through the final section now of Bruno. So if you're watching, do comment. It's always interesting to see what you think. 5 minutes, sorry, of qualifying now. 5 minutes 43. Remember, roughly 25-minute race to follow. And based on the times of Scooby, that 2:03.0. Looking very strong at the moment. Here comes Jack. What can he put on the board? Up to the line. Currently 9 for Jack, 206.3. IL Tell down in 10th at the moment. Wanheim Mofo, bit of a weird one there. Way down in 15th place. Bit sideways through turn number 7. You might see a lot of that, a lot of sideways action with these things. It's very, very stable cars. Off down towards turn number 10 for Wanheim Mofo. Stick with him since he's down in 15th at the moment. We know he's quicker than that in these cars. Whether he likes the track is a different matter. Times in the mid-pack very tight at the moment. 2 seconds covers from 4th to 10th, and once you start factoring in, or even 11th nearly, once you start factoring in the slipstream later on, when you get to the race and everyone's battling for and tussling for position, these cars become glorious to watch and drive. There's one high mofo coming up through the final corner now. Much parity days. He's currently on a 212.9. Puts it 8th place, 205.7. Better time from him. That's NGR Royston down in the bottom at the moment. 5 seconds off the pace. As Mikey comes across the line, he's done a 208.3. Mikey going through to number 4 at the moment. Obviously not on a hot lap after the initial one. Jack still on a 205.8 there. At the front though, Scooby G not going any quicker. 203 dead is still his time. VP Sir Race a lot. Showing good signs in his debut, as is Liam Daly 01. Liam, a little bit further away, maybe what you'd like to be, but being a debutant, it's a hard job, especially around a track where none of these guys have gone to in this category. And this is kind of what the Commentator's Curse round is all about this season, is getting a track no one can practice at all. They can try and pick a track to practice on, but until you actually know it with no practice, and someone's spinning in the background there, and until you know the track, which none of these guys did until exactly 8:28 or something around that time. Yeah, and until that time no one knew the circuit, so no one had any practice. So Liam Daly is going to have one more attempt at this circuit for qualifying before we have 12 laps of this circuit. As the layers goes up into the final section, he's got 1 minute 30, so he'll get another lap in. Who's the man near the hairpin? That's Jack at the moment. Mikey Royston. Who is that? That's Jamie. So I think Jamie will end up being the final man across the line who will set an extra lap time. Although saying that, there's someone behind Jamie now, who will also get a time. 50 seconds, so I think whoever this is down at the hairpin now, which is none of those guys, it could be NGR Lee. Will he get across the line in 40 more seconds? I don't know. It's a long blag up here as he drifts his way through the corners. He's managed to get a 203.6 out of that car, which is very, very good, actually. 6/10 away from our leader. 20 seconds to go. Drifting it through 13. Bit of opposite lock into 14. He's going to get one more attempt here, I reckon. 6, 5. Yep, he's going to have one more attempt. NGR will be the final man to set a time. VP Sir Race a lot. Oh, is that a bad turn number 13. Who's this about to cross the line? It's going to be D Whitehouse 7. Time is up. Qualifying is over. The last laps are coming in. Across the line. D Whitehouse 7 puts his car in 11th place. ILTAL currently in 12th place at the moment. Out to 15 cars. Coming up to the line. Will stay 12th at the moment. There's Mikey. Maybe it's John. I don't know who's that's just going to cross the line. Could be Jack. No, Jackson there. Webby's Johnny stays in 13th at the moment. It was Slidey Gas crossing the line earlier. He's in 9th place. There's the Les. Here comes Royston across the line. Stays 15th. But again, tight near the back there. The Les. Njali has not completed his lap. He's obviously made a mistake somewhere. And will settle for 3rd, but the Les still going strong. Jack having a bad one at the moment. 2:05.8 down in 10th place. In the pits, can't do anything about it. He'll have to have a better race than he has qualifying. Across the line for the Les. So, qualifying over, here comes the position. Scooby G takes the point for fastest lap. And celebrates by putting a comment on the stream with a guy with sunglasses, although I don't think you're going to be needing your sunglasses in this race. Scooby G takes pole position from Sir Race a Lot. NGR Lee will be in 3rd place. Whitford Zero in 4th. Jamie WX will start 5th from Liam Daly in 6th. The Les is 7th. One Home Mofo is in 8th. Sliding Gas 28 9th. Jack TM53 Synopsis in 10th. D Whitehouse 7 is in 11th with IL Tell in 12th. Webby's Johnny in 13th. Mikey RK13 in 14th, just ahead by 2/10 to NGR Royston, who rounds out our 15 runners for the night. So now we're going to be awaiting the start of this race. 2:03.0. Very nice time that from Scooby G. Hopefully get going soon. I see Jack had a few issues earlier, so I think it's fallen to Scooby G to be doing the hosting buttons. How is everyone watching tonight anyway? Lee, Benji, how are you all doing? So we know how Scooby's doing. He's just put pole position. I don't know what's going on Project Cars, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. Game won't sync. That is fantastic stuff from P-Cars. Obviously on the night where everything needs to run smoothly, it's not going to run smoothly. I'm assuming if a restart is required, they may well end up doing a quick grid up order or something of that nature. This is going well. Games froze for Scooby G. It's yeah. I believe I remember this at Austria. That's what I'm thinking. Are we gonna have a rolling start potentially? We get everyone set up, go around turn 1, and once you're out of turn 1, maybe running it from there. So we're going to have a restart with reduced laps and 5-minute qualifying. I would suggest maybe 9 or 10 laps race to happen. If I've had any notifications from anyone? Yep, Jack just sent me a brand new invite. So we'll go join that. So it's going to be a start from scratch, 5-minute qualifying. I think it was done because earlier when Jack was setting up the lobby, he ended up disconnecting, and I got a feeling the host migration didn't quite work probably as his PCARs. Really needs to sort that out. Yeah, I think the host migration failed, in essence, to complete properly, and we've ended up with this slightly shorter race, which means we're going to have more of a sprint race, really. Should make things interesting, but also means Ginger's job at for the modern TCs in a bit has just been made a hell of a lot more stressful. I can tell you that much, because we do try and run it on a fairly tight schedule. You've got everyone in, so we're going to go racing now. Well, we're going to start off with a 5-minute qualifying. Exactly 2100 hours. So we're going to have a 5-minute shootout. So everything nullified, everything reset. Everyone's got to do it all over again, and they're going to get about 2-3 laps worth of it. So as everyone goes back out into the fabulous Czech circuit. They're going to have 2 laps at this, because obviously they've got to make it all the way around once, and then again. Out of the pits on the colder tyres. As Whitford starts weaving around a little bit. Just awaiting everyone to get around before the action starts. So laps are beginning again. There's VP Sir Race a lot. There he is. Let's have a lap on board with him. Let's have a quiet one actually with him. We haven't had that in a while. So quiet lap on board with VP Sir Race a lot there. Goes with the 203.3. Continually Scooby G 33.9. If you have just joined us, this is a restarted lobby, is it? Who's that fighting with Jack? That'd be interesting to know. It's not Whitford. Not Lee. Who is that down there? Let's have a look, see if we can find him. It's not Johnny. No, Jack's gone. Yeah, it is Johnny actually. He's gone back in the pit. Jack back in the pit lane. Very early doors. We are going to be running slightly late on the moderns, I'm afraid, Lee. It's going to be inevitable with the issues we face at the moment. Royston has disconnected from qualifying. Not ideal from him. I say from him, for him, to be honest, because he could have gone well around it. I think Mikey's just sat in the pit lane because he knows he's at the back anyway. He might as well keep starting there. Maybe he's a Johnny. He's going to have Lee flashing his lights because Lee is on a lap. Lee is sideways through to number 12. And sideways into 13. That's great driving from Lee. Up to the line we go then. Across the line we come to can anyone challenge VP Sir Racelot in his debut? Johnny Scooby G puts it second on the go, 202.8 from Sir Racelot. That's a phenomenal time. Comes Liam Daly 01, crosses the line. So we're going to have Sir Racelot on pole instead from Scooby G, Lee, Whitford 0, 1 High Mofo, Jack, Sliding Gas, Jamie WX, Liam Daly, D White House 7, Delez, IL Tel, Web User Johnny, Mikey RK13 from the back for the 14 runners for tonight's race. You need to wait here. I don't know if there's an issue again with Project Cars. Whether there's some chatter going on. Oh, we are going to go racing this time. So we're going to sink in for the 3 red lights. We are racing in the Czech Republic. A bad start from Sir Racelot. Season goes straight down to 3rd place as NGLE has a cracking start up into the lead. Scooby G and a poor start from him as well. Here comes Whitford down the inside as we all enter turn 1 for the first time. Absolute cracking start from everyone. Looks like everyone's got through cleanly. And down towards turn number 3. The lead defending heavily on the inside as Whitford goes down the outside. Brave move from Whitford around the outside. If you can keep it off the inside for 4. Fantastic move. Into the lead goes Whitford 0. Through turn number 4. Racelot is in 3rd, but he's getting challenged here by Scooby G. Behind him you got Slider Gas, then 1 High Mofo, then Jack, then Jamie trying to challenge Jack as well here for 7th. Should go around the outside of turn number 5. That was a tyres bundle getting kicked out of the way. And into turn 7 we head. Jamie down to 8th. Having a bit of a poor corner through 5. Jack almost getting tapped off. 1 High Mofo making the best of situations here. He's currently in 6th place. Although you'd have to feel he's kind of holding the guys behind up. And there goes another tyre bundle for another Wonder. At the front though, Whitford 0 is got NGR right behind him with Sir Racelot in 3rd. NGR Scooby G in 4th. Sliding Gas just keeping in touch with these guys now. He's nearing the point where you're not really keeping up with him, although Sir Racelot going a bit wide. Through 11 and 12. Scooby G still there. Still looking up the inside actually of Sir Racelot, coming up towards 13 and 14. Racelot having a bit of a lag there. Into the final corner. Scooby G can't do anything. Sliding Gas is now right back in it. They head down the main straight for the first time of 10. Whitford 0 will lead. And again, Scooby G having a look down the inside of Sir Racelot. This is not quite how Racelot was hoping for it. 1 High Mofo still in 6th place. There's Jamie. Jack is down to 9th at the moment as they head through turn 1 and 2. That is Lee getting a little bit hounded by Sir Racelot. Whitford now with a 4/10 gap. On board with Scooby G coming through turn 3 into turn 4. See the variety of lines from these drivers, all culminating the same similar sort of lap time. Scooby now looking to just try and bide his time. Wait for the opportunity, because people will inevitably go wide as Lee does there through turn 6. And 7, doesn't quite get it right, but he will get the power on just enough here. Long train of cars, all jostling for position. Near the back, got web user Johnny, there's ILTEL as well. ILTEL now looking down the inside, coming down towards turn number 10. Johnny getting a bad run on the curb. And that's what I mean, you run wide on the curbs and the car does not like it around here. They are not very nice, and ILTEL will go through at turn number 10. You can see the camera shake as people going through turn 11 and 12. Jamie's managed to, one time over, has dropped a few places down to 9th. Still on the back of Jack though as they head towards the final couple of corners for the second time. Oh, and Lee almost dived down the inside there. But Whitford very nicely making sure the door was not open, and Lee having to back out of it last minute. But Scooby G now has a run on Sir Racing Lot coming down towards turn number 1. As does Lee, actually, this for the lead. Lee down the inside. There goes Scooby. He's actually passed Sir Racing Lot before the second part of the first turn. And Lee now leads this race at Brno, as they now head down towards turn number 3 for the third time. And Scooby G looking down the inside of Whitford, not quite getting the gap there. See the different lines. There's about 3-4 different lines being taken through that corner. Oh, that side gas, he's off into the barriers. And that will not help his race. He'll spin that around and get back on with it, but that's promoted Jamie WRX into 5th place. Liam Daly on his debut in 6th at the moment. Jack looking to catch up, but he's got one high mofo really hounding him with delays, not far behind. Whilst NGR Lee's run wide. I didn't catch that, but NGR Lee looks like he's run a bit wide into the gravel. He's been had a tap. Something's happened to him. He's now down into 6th place. So Whitford still leads, this time from Scooby G though. And this is the crazy thing, is that these three aren't really getting away because Jamie's right there, and the more these guys battle, the more they're going to lose time, because these long corners require momentum all the way through them. And right now, with Jamie not... there's Lee getting past Liam Daly there, potentially. Jack now down to 9th place. See the squabbling going on. Oh, he looked at the inside of the Les. Meanwhile, that looks like Scooby G on the inside of Whitford. No, it doesn't. He's just... Oh, Whitford's off. Back end coming around then for Whitford, drawing him into the inside of the corner. He'll carry on, but now he's got Jamie WRX behind him. Maybe we might give him a bit of a push back up into this leading battle, because now Scooby G leads on to lap number 4. Very drifty from Scooby G there. As they head into turn number 3, and NGR Lee looking to get past Jamie WRX, yes, that is correct, into turn 3, round the outside on the entry. That is fantastic driving, sideways on exit. Lee is now pushing. He's not very happy the fact that he's had that mistake, but again he's run a bit wide, and Jamie immediately looking but can't quite capitalise. One high mofo in 7th, followed by the Les, followed by Jack, followed by DY House 7, these three. And I don't really like to say, but I think One High Mofo is being a bit of a bottleneck here for these guys, but he's doing a very good job of it. As the Les very sideways into turn 7, the weight transfer, the One High Mofo just made a mistake. Going through turn 7, that's going to allow everyone past. DY House 7 side by side now, 3 wide. 3 wide through turn number 8 into 9. Fantastic driving to not cause a massive accident in that. But DY House 7 coming off best, and One Home Mofo staying in that 8th place, which is phenomenal, really. Meanwhile, near the front, Scooby G still running a little bit rampant. Someone in the background a little bit out of shape. That's Jamie. Jamie a bit out of shape actually through turn number 12. There goes Whitford. NGR Lee, there's Liam Daly in the top 5 on debut, and also Sir Racelot top 2 on debut at the moment. The action really is back with the layers. One Home Mofo. Jack's got past DY House 7. On board with Jack. Here we go. Coming up towards the halfway point of this race. 2:02.9 from NGR Scooby G that time around. Phenomenal pace. 2:27 from Sir Racelot. Those two now very, very close together. The time difference very much changing all the time. That is the gap. So Racelot looking down the outside at number 5. Not going to work, although you'll look for a switchback. Into 6. Into 7. Oh, don't want to take the speed off. Whilst that's going on, Whitford's now got Lee behind him, but Sir Racelot down the inside for turn number 8. Scooby's going to have to try and stick around the outside. How managed to do it? Yes, he has. He has got the inside for turn number 9. Very well defended so far, but here comes Racelot again. Looking to the inside of turn number 10. Can he draw alongside? He's looking to outbrake Scooby G. Scooby G constantly trying to close the door. Does close the door eventually. Whitford has NGR Lee right behind, and these two are going to start working together now, because they're going to try and catch up to those ahead of them. What's happened to Jamie's back in the pack? He's now 9th. So now you're going to have absolute chaos here for 6th place, as that is the Les looking to go back past One Home Mofo. Oh, and a collision going through turn number 9. Oh, and that's the Les on his roof. That's not turn number 9, sorry, that is turn number 12. Contact between the Les and One Home Mofo. Very much racing incident, to be honest. Causes the Les now down to 12th place. And amazingly, Jack is now up into 5th place because of all this action. And he's now got Jamie hounding him. Meanwhile, Scooby G and Sir Racelot absolutely side by side coming towards turn number 3. Round the outside goes Sir Racelot. On debut, he runs into the lead initially. Will he stay in the lead? Because Scooby will look to get the better run coming out of number 4. Yes, he does. Scooby G now has a bit of work to do. He is beating Jamie WRX, who's just passed. Jack, or has he? No, he hasn't. Not quite. Jack has got the run. And that's NGR Lee behind. Yes, it is NGR Lee behind. They're going to go 3 wide. Oh, I don't want to do that. I wanted Peacock to do that. Oh, that's Lee Round. Lee Round on the curb. Not ideal that for NGR Lee and his championship right now. He's now down 10th. He got going. He has got going again. He needs to go and finish. He needs to get these points. Okay, he's losing points to his competitors, but he needs to get them, because these could be crucial points now come the end of the season. And that's how vicious Cubs can be on P-Cars too. As they enter turn number 10 for the 6th time. They head up towards the final couple of corners. Someone's retired. I don't know who that is. It's Mikey. Okay, S14, I believe, has retired from this race. So Gina Whitford, followed by Liam Daly. There's Jack, still getting hounded by Jamie. The White House 7, IL Tail. Or AL Tail, I don't know how you say it, but I do apologise if I get it wrong. One Home Mofo currently in 9th. He's going to get chased down by Lee. Someone made a pit stop. No. How has Les done that? That's, yeah. That's an interesting place to roll your car. I think that'll be Les pretty much out of it. Unless he's got a reset button, which he is allowed to use on the basis he's upside down, can't go anywhere. He can use his reset button if he has one programmed. Meanwhile, Jack and Jamie, how many times have we seen these guys together on track? On board with Jamie, WRX, sorry. Make sure his name gets right. Jack just hanging on right now to Jamie, just being right behind him. These guys really racing hard here on lap number 7. These points mean a lot to Jamie. I know for a fact, speaking with him, he's focusing this season on the Group A1s. He wants it. He's done the Clios. He's not yet done the Moderns, but he's not had a great start in the Moderns either. He really wants this Group A1 title. He was close last year. And this year he really does want it. You can just tell the passion by the way he races and speak to people. It's just like, yeah, he really wants to win it. But the gap at the front getting very close again. Scooby G closing in on Sir Race-A-Lot. Jack Jamie. NGR Lee has passed One Home Ovo on the circuit. The Les is still upside down. I don't know what's going to happen to him. Ideally, you need to complete 8 laps to score points as 75% of the race. But if you don't have a reset button on your car, then you're upside down. There's not really a lot you can do about it. But NGR Scooby G on the tail of Race-A-Lot. Coming through turn 7 up towards turn 8. You'd like to think the slipstream really now starting to take effect. Down into turn 10. These two still having a scrap. Meanwhile, we were watching this battle. We've not seen the overtake, but Jamie is back. He's now ahead of Jack, but Jack now immediately looking down towards turn number 10. Maybe a switchback on offer. That's what Jack wants. Jamie doesn't allow it though. Although a slightly tighter line out from Jack. Needs a lot less weight transfer into turns 11 and 12. And the slipstream up the hill will be quite handy for Jack. All of this for 5th place. And Charlie making his way up the field again. He's back into 8th place. So it should be a good recovery drive. Oh, and Jack poking his nose in the last corner. Looking to force the error here from Jamie. He's right on his tail. Through turn 1, into turn 2, down to turn 3. Top 2 getting quite close again, 2/10 a second. Liam Daly isn't far behind Whitford, he's only about 9/10, and here comes Jack down the inside at turn number 3. A lovely braking there from Jack. Can he keep it through turn 4? This is the big one. Keeping it through turn 4. Although it looks like Jamie's going to look now down towards turn 5. Can he get enough? No, he can't get a gap on the inside, so he's going to have to try and set him up for 7 or 8. Very hard to pass anyone through 6. Although he's going to have a look. He's down the inside. Bit of door rubbing. Nothing like a bit of door rubbing. We love a bit of that in the Taurus. Can't quite force the arrow though from Jack through 7. Towards 8 they go. And again he pulls out to the inside of 8. Jack can't do anything about it. Can he keep it around the outside? The answer is yes. Jack staying in that 5th place. Man, this battle really raging on. DY House 7, I don't know what's happened to him, but he is losing significant time. He's just stopped on the line, so I don't know what he's doing. But I would say he's not completed 75% of the race. He is on lap number 8, not completed 8 laps, so it'd be interesting to know what that one comes out of. But Jack's still ahead. Meanwhile, Scooby G still on the tail of Sir Race-A-Lot. Now, Wayford Zero has lost a lot of time to Liam Daly. 258, 2061, he's put a bit back on that particular lap. Jack has now pulled a half-second gap on Jamie as we head on to lap number 10 of 10. Through turn 1 they go. In turn 2 up towards turn 3, Jack in a commanding position right now for this 5th place. Meanwhile, Scooby G is now, this is the final chance he's got on this lap. He has just half a lap left in reality to get this move done on Sir Race-A-Lot. Through turns 8 and 9. Down to 9, down to 10. Into 10 they go. Scooby G running out of options. He's going to have to do him through 13. He's going to have to make the move sorted in 13 and completed through 14. There's no way he's going to out-drag him to the line. This could be it. He's going to have to try something drastic if he wants this win. Oh, he looks to the inside. Can't quite do it. He's going to have a fantastic run. He can't quite do it. And on debut, VP Sir Race-A-Lot wins at Brno from Scooby G. Whitford Zero. Looks like he's going to hold on here for 3rd place for Whitford Zero. Liam Daly, a cracking debut from him as well. 4th place. Jack TM53 Synopsis, a great drive back up. He takes 5th place. NGR Lee, so something's happened to Jamie. Will take 6th, a cracking drive back through the field. One High Mofo, 7th. Jamie WRX will finish in 8th. AL Tell will finish ahead of Slider Gas. Been losing a lot of time to him. Lost Slider Gas with that spin earlier on and potentially other mistakes, but AL Tell will come home in 9th. Slider Gas 28 in 10th. Web user Johnny will be in 11th place. Place for web user Johnny. DYL7 technically 12th, and the layers, I don't know what's going to happen to the layers because he can't really do anything and he's stuck upside down. But VP Sir Race-A-Lot will take the win from Scooby G. Whitford 0 in 3rd, Liam Daly in 4th, Jack in 5th, Lee 6th, One High Mofo 7th, Jamie WX 8th, AL Tao in 9th, Slightly Gas 8th, 10th, Webster Johnny in 11th, DY House 7 in 12th, Delez in 13th, and Mikey RK13 retired after 5 laps. Delez DNF on 5 laps, but he was upside down, so I don't know what was going to happen to him. And DY House 7 didn't finish, he was on lap number 8, completed 7. Next week for the Group A1 Tourers, we will have Silverstone Classic in the BMW M3s, and a full reverse grid, so that'll be a good one to watch. But next up will be the Commentator's Curse Modern TCCs, so stick around for that in about 2-3 minutes time. But from me and the Group A1s, thank you all for watching tonight, and enjoy the rest of your evening.